Please welcome Rachel Zegler and Gadot.
Visual effects push the boundaries of what we see on screen.
Their work makes the impossible seem possible.
With breathtaking ambition, they create magic that wraps its arms around our wildest imaginations.
Here are the nominees for Best Visual Effects.
Something felt off the second Rachel Zegler and Gadot stepped onto that Oscar stage together. Cameras were rolling, the audience was locked in, and yet, no warm glance, no quick smile, no friendly acknowledgement at all. It was like watching two people on opposite sides of a Cold War rather than co-stars promoting the same project. The tension was thick enough to cut with a knife, and neither seemed interested in hiding it. This wasn't just awkward, it was on formation. For months, rumors swirled about an icy feud between Zegler and Gadot, and now Hollywood's biggest night gave the world front-row seats to their silent standoff. The question is, why? What happened during the making of Snow White that caused things to fall apart so publicly? The answer points to a production already drowning in controversy, bad press, and casting decisions that left Disney fans furious from day one.
The new show poster meme, I mean, nobody could quite understand why the beautiful Snow White was actually being played by Rachel Zegler to begin with, right? I mean, and Gal Gadot, like, mirror, mirror on the wall, I'm sorry, like, there's one that's winning that game, and I say this as a woman, okay?
From the moment Rachel Zegler was announced as Disney's new Snow White, the internet exploded, and not in a good way. Fans were confused and even outraged. After all, this was supposed to be the fairest of them all, the classic Disney princess whose beauty was iconic enough to make an evil queen jealous. But when people saw Zegler in the role, the backlash was immediate. Critics said the casting felt off, and memes started pouring in comparing her to Gal Gadot, who was playing the villainous queen. To many, it almost looked like the roles were reversed. And then there was Zegler's attitude. She openly dismissed the beloved original film, making it clear she didn't value the story she'd been hired to tell.
I mean, you know, the original cartoon came out in 1937, and very evidently so. There's a big focus on her love story. With a guy who literally stalks her. Yeah. Weird.
She openly mocked the original movie's romantic themes, rolled her eyes at the idea of a prince saving the day, and basically dismantled the fairy tale that shaped generations. She wasn't just playing Snow White, she was tearing her legacy apart.
We have a different approach to what I'm sure a lot of people will assume is a love story just because, like, we cast a guy in the movie. Right. Andrew Burnap, great dude. Yeah. It's one of those things that I think everyone's going to have their assumptions about what it's actually going to be, but it's really not about the love story at all, which is really, really wonderful. And whether or not she finds love along the way is anybody's guess until 2024.
For Disney, this was the worst possible timing. After a string of high-profile flops, the studio desperately needed a win. Instead, Snow White looked like it was about to become another massive misfire, and fast.
Between that and Israel, like, I'm just thinking that this movie's not going to do so well. I think a lot of people are going to say, you know what? I have better things to do with my time. I have better things to do with my money. I don't need to support an actress like that. Fans
weren't just annoyed, they were ready to take action. Boycotts started trending, and box office predictions tanked before the film even wrapped. Online, people were openly saying, "I'm not wasting money on this." And instead of calming things down, Zegler doubled down and painted herself as the victim.
I never wanted to come off as me being ungrateful for the opportunities I have. I can also be having the greatest time and simultaneously wishing people would stop sending me death threats.
When criticism came her way, she shifted the conversation completely, claiming she was receiving threats and harassment. And while no one condones harassment, many felt the timing was suspicious, like she was trying to flip the narrative to win sympathy. To critics, it looked like classic deflection. And just when it seemed things couldn't get more unprofessional, Zegler turned up the heat again.
You have someone like Gal Gadot who's gorgeous physically and who seemingly has a great personality. I mean, she did do that cringe COVID ad. But seriously, though, when you see her in interviews and all of that, she's smiling, she's bubbly, she's just seems a lot more kind-hearted. We have this circulating everywhere. Everybody's saying that again. So now I'm sharing this from Geeks and Gamers because I've been blocked by Rachel Zegler, so I can't see what she said. So she's catching heat online after her Instagram post where she goes, "I'm the fairest, by the way. Don't tell me that isn't about this. You can't tell me that. By the way, I'm the fairest." This reeks of narcissism so bad. She just can't handle the thought that some people that honestly, I would venture to say most people find Gal Gadot more beautiful than her.
She posted a cryptic message on X, calling herself the dearest. That one phrase set social media on fire. Fans immediately thought she was throwing shade at Gadot. Was it a private joke? A subtle dig? Either way, it came off as passive-aggressive, and suddenly this feud wasn't just rumored, it was fully public. The difference between these two actresses couldn't be starker. Gal Gadot is naturally warm, poised, and camera-ready, while Rachel Zegler often comes across as blunt, dismissive, and too cool for the room. Gadot radiates joy for her role, while Zegler acts like she's above it all. Now, with the film's release approaching and the feud out in the open, fans are asking, how on earth are they going to survive the press tour? The internet already turned on the movie. Can they even fake a working relationship long enough to sell it? Or is the real drama only just beginning?
She is giving like an "I don't want to be here right now" smile, and Gal Gadot just looks so sweet, so nice. It's a stark difference. So here she is giving her interview, and she just looks like, "I don't want to be here right now." And that's one reason, and that's the thing, is that's one reason that does make Gal Gadot a likable person. Same here. Look how she's happy. She's like, "Oh, buddy." And Rachel Zegler just looks like, yeah, she does look like she can't stand her.
The online sleuths wasted no time dissecting every moment, and soon footage confirmed what people suspected. Zegler looks absolutely miserable whenever she's near Gadot. Her facial expressions read like a silent scream. "Get me out of here." Meanwhile, Gadot, ever the professional, glides through these appearances with her signature charm and grace, smiling effortlessly like nothing's wrong. The contrast is brutal. Zegler could have salvaged her image by playing it cool, but instead, she pushed things even further off track by proudly admitting something wild.
I'm a narcissist. Original cartoon came out in 1937, and very evidently so.
Okay.
There's a big focus on her love story with a guy who literally stalks her.
Yeah.
Weird. And then it became like, I will elbow everyone out of the way to play the part. That people will assume is a love story just because like we cast a guy in the movie, right. Andrew Burnap. All of Andrew's scenes could get cut. Who knows? It's Hollywood, baby.
I say, if I'm going to stand there 18 hours in a dress of an iconic Disney princess, I deserve to be paid for every hour that it is streamed online.
And we absolutely wrote a Snow White that is
not going to be saved by the prince.
She's not going to be saved by the prince, and she's not going to be dreaming about true love. She's dreaming about becoming the leader she knows she can be.
Yes, she actually called herself a narcissist, out loud. In the middle of a full-blown PR disaster, she leaned right into the criticism instead of trying to soften it. People were stunned. Who says that during damage control? But here's the real kicker. They still have to sit together, smile for photos, and act like best friends for months. Every interview, every red carpet, every promo appearance will be scrutinized down to the smallest glance, and fans are ready to pick apart every second. Disney knows this is a mess. The studio is reportedly scrambling behind the scenes, trying to keep things from completely imploding. But at this point, is there even a way to fix it? One thing's certain. This press tour is going to be more entertaining than the actual movie. Gadot, seasoned and polished, knows how to charm the crowd even when things are messy. Zegler, not so much. And when someone's already struggling to hide how they feel, it's only a matter of time before something cracks wide open on camera. If this is what things look like now, imagine how it'll play out as the release date gets closer. This might go down as one of Disney's most awkward, uncomfortable, and outright disastrous productions in years. Even if the movie is forgettable, this PR nightmare, people are going to be talking about it for a long, long time.